sickle cell no me am tifie musuku yi me nko bi da mako bi kura na de me kusua ye no docrinology carpentology na me koyeye but sickle cell no de ade.
Okay, the sickle cell moja mo yare me ya akola no ya won se nsuo to a na yenam fofo bi mu omodompe mu ye won ya nti me ya akola no na me ka sese nsuo to awoba na so obi ni dompe mu ye ne ya yare a utumi nya te se malaria ana se wiye mu hwea nti obi dompe mu be ye ne ya me nso menya malaria ntonton be ka me na me ho ya hwe nti obi a ne yare ba mi nyi no me call medical school no ena me hu se enye sickle cell so because any dompe mu ye ne ya sensio to ana se bibi kakra na wa brand ni so chinu ni waye koko yellow a wo se won dwen sickle cell yare ho ahontutuo nti eno anso na incline for friend twetwetwe minzima fancy omo friend in rewe nti there are different local names sickle cell your local dialects nimo nti nkrofo nim ba omo nim se enwa ni sickle cell yare no na sickle cell yare no moja mu yare enye yare a ye wu wie a ansa na wo benya enye yare a edisan ensa so nye yare a so bi kanwa na odibeye be na wenya yare no enye yare a se obi beka se makoye boninti nyankopon boefu me Miguel akoda ye Christopher na premarital sex nti the punishment from God ne say ya wakola or sickle cell disease no a genetic condition yinya free ya wo for ho na say unim say obia inherit bibi efri ni mame ho efri ni papa ho ebia wo papa kala and wo fa wo mame hwene wo fa we say from it's an ancestral something into ye share blood will line the bone say nana bin uso usene pa na say me hwene say me fa me papa ni mama wo ni me hwene but I guess I got it from someone in my family no inti ye moja ni so sa ewo moja ni mo bibi wo moja ni mo aye friend no red blood cells na in red blood cells ye wo hemoglobin inti hemoglobin no na emma moja no ne red color no na DNA wo hemoglobin ni mo na we na said ube inheriti normal hemoglobin and I say hemoglobin no ebeye abnormal hemoglobin no ni function ni say emma moja no red blood cells no to meet the inframa oxygen echo the whole body mo say ebeye ye ni ya kuma ye kidney ye lungs ye all the organs in your body no ebeye juma say ne was say enye in ba say hemoglobin no say some change ka crazy ba ho your friend point mutation some change ka crazy ba ho then hemoglobin no enye ejuma sene e was say eye na obia eje hemoglobin no ye were different types of hemoglobin e were your body mo but there were two main dominant types e were your moja mo nti wo beje baako efre wo papa ho na wa age baako efre wo mame ho. You can't have two hemoglobins every papa ho. Now when ya me dominant two dominant types from woman. What you say? Inti me say no, me papa ye AS, and na me mommy ye AA. So I think say I would like to illustrate it on the board.
Okay, kind of.
Me say me papa ye AS. I'm apologizing to my dad ahead of time.
You're ready.
Okay. Mommy used to turn.
Okay.
Mr. Ansong. That's my father. Or your AS. And Vivian. Me mommy.
Okay.
Mother. Oh yeah. AA. It's a couple no yeah. AS.
Yes.
And father near AS and into with every pregnancy no papa no so ma na se o mama suma na ye AA.
Oh, okay.
Se papa no ma na so mama no suma eno so be ye AA. Se papa no ma S na o mama ma na ye AS.
Yes.
Se papa ni ma S na o mami ma A na aye AS. Inti se me se amiye inti me papa wo me no. Ana me mami ni papa wo me no. Me ye ata me ni mata ni na won say we ye 50%.
Okay.
50% AS and 50% AA. Because me mama me papa ye AS no. Inti me ni mata no ye fa AS no.
Okay.
But likewise no say me papa ekoware obi. Oye we mami papa na me ntro. Say me papa koware obi. Oye AS. Me mami so ye AS anka. Inti mami ntro father AS. Ena mother. Say me mami so koye AS Inka me papa ma A na me mami so ma A akola no be ye AA. Se moja no papa ma A na se o mami ma S akola no be ye AS.
Yeah.
Se papa ni ma S na se o mami ma A akola no be ye AS. Se papa ni ma S na mami ni so ma S akola no be ye SS. Won inti we ye A no ye ba ko pe won inti 25%.
Okay.
AS ni ye mienu inti 50%. SS ni ye ba ko inti 25%. What the all do nkrofo ka say inti say there's a 75% chance won say wo ba onya sickle cell disease say mo ye AS. So people say because it's 75% chance no, it's not relevant. It's very small, so they can go ahead and not take the necessary precautions.
Yes.
But I need to say that this 25% no, though it's 1% chance in poor, it affects every single pregnancy. So there are people or mama, father AS, mother AS omuma nyina so omuma 5 ni nyina was sickle cell disease and ankofo dream say just say nkola 4 children miensa benya enya sickle cell na ba ko enya. But that's not what it means. It means that with every single pregnancy to senya ubetumi oba betumi nyinsɛn na once remember na Y chromosome no ma enya obema oba betumi nyinsɛn omuma nyina ye mema or na say omuma ebi beye mema ebi beye ma. That's a 50% chance. Right. So oba nyima 50% it may be a guy, 50% a bit me or bar. So na 25% chance no, it affects every single pregnancy. Into 25% chance they be there's a 25% chance say me bano bet me sickle cell disease say me kuno on also your AS na say on your AS na say or your ACR is the same thing.
Just a best
it's the same thing into SS no be SC.
Okay.
Otiase na nkola no ebi betumi aye AS and I say AC. Otiase. Inti there are different types of abnormal hemoglobin. Inti ewo moja ni mo hemoglobin na mekan no. Se woje u inherit hemoglobin A every woman me hwa.
Yes.
Eye normal o parents hwa eye normal hemoglobin.
Right.
U inherit hemoglobin S. A abnormal hemoglobin. There are other types of abnormal hemoglobin to say hemoglobin C. There were different countries. There were hemoglobin Kolebu because we found it in Kolebu. There were hemoglobin D Punjab. That's in India.
Yes.
There were hemoglobin O Arab. There were hemoglobin E. There were hemoglobin F. There are different types of abnormal hemoglobins. Into one of the parents ewo hemoglobin S, me say me a AS, so I have one S. And so we a carrier, just say me a carrier, we a carrier. You are very say me a healthy, beautiful, nothing. One sickle cell and trongu mama so yeah, me sickle cell disease, but me a carrier of the sickle cell trait. One into some another man, handsome, beautiful, and everything, but he's not sick. BBI okay, na say you worry and check your genotype, and I say I need the right test to know our genotype, then we can end up giving birth to a child with sickle cell disease. A bear man so the genotype near AS, and I say AC. Once I may what S no, once I or any other type of abnormal hemoglobin, say EO, a DO, whatever no. The child will inherit sickle cell disease. A child may inherit.
Okay.
So and yet definitely.
Sickle cell.
And yet definitely, because interestingly, there are some people are AS, no, all of their children do not have sickle cell disease.
Okay.
So it's a chance, but you just do not know. It's a a
risk.
Yes.
I know the any can say ukoto saluto no.
Yes.
Wo hwe na we make sure say o makwan nka ebeye a saade no emma.
Yes.
Na udi kan first you know ye ora Ansong ne die nanka me pencheche mu kakra ti ono na ko AA no na o se maame
ono ye AS
maame ye AS
maame ye AA na Ansong ye
AS okay enti akoba ne sa no na there is a chance say nkoda no ebi betimi aye careers.
Yes.
To say the would and it's just a 25% chance.
Yes. But I need to say that although it's 25% chance, there are 6 children, 4 of us are careers. Into me no pen or AA. Yes.
Okay. Let's say it to me a done my advantage no your high, it me done my disadvantage no so high. And I know there's no permutation, no prediction to it.
No, you can't tell. But I need to add say AS no a nature's own way of letting us survive malaria because Ghana, Hanum, Nigeria, Sub-Saharan Africa. Africa is a malaria endemic zone. Because of that, and people die very often from malaria. In nature's own way to protect us from severe malaria, genetics malaria parasites the body is able to notice it and clear it out of the body. We are AS no. Me say me AS, I don't know your genotype, but then you realize say you don't get malaria very frequently. We are testing for it may say negative, but sometimes you may have some few malaria-like symptoms, but you don't get severe malaria. So that's a protection at AS ma. The hemoglobin C, no, that's the S. Hemoglobin C also provides some protection against malaria. Until we are ACR, it provides you by hemoglobin S, AS, no, it provides a greater protection. Notwithstanding, no, although nature has protected us, into Ghana Hanum say no, literature says Ghanaians mean at least one of them S hemoglobin no. Me say me S. Ononso S, Ononso AS. I don't know yours. Inti Yemi is actually 2 out of 3, right? Sometimes I've met friends it's 3 out of 3. Inti me can say the sickle cell prevalence that it's higher than what literature is even saying. Inti say what was I even saying before that?
No, but we said no so a defense against malaria no.
Yes. So hemoglobin C also does that. But then, so interestingly, so we are SSR. It doesn't protect you from malaria. Rather, it makes you get malaria very easily. Into almost its nature's own way. In quotes, so that's what literature says. In quotes, to clear away or take away the weaker ones in quotes, because they know say when you're SS now. We are very frequently, we don't pay more, you're not very strong. And see, when you malaria nipa, then you die. That was in the past, in the early 70s. No, and you be by for medications, treatments, and no, like up to 90%. In Crawford 10, so more Crawford 10 or more sickle cell, 9 out of 10 would die before the age of 5. But see, anyama sisa. A lot of people with sickle cell almost near to adulthood, and I even know someone who is almost 100 years. She's 99 years. Sickle cell disease.
Right, Doc. Johome kakra na menkai ahwefo say lucky weekend no and I do health talk na oboye chidom ama yede ebramo lucky vk no ye ema dunga waswa ye nubura ana Dr. Professor Stephen Noble yeboa de afa eniememu no akekambu mu a ye top notch feminine hygiene product ebeboa ema no pa said de watchre no said de be ya ebema enememu achete se ema atwede no onse mema de ne se ya ne te na ema atwede nso te sese te said de be ya enemu besi ache na ye ahonedie ne ade akọ nanim ho no enka tete na ye maame peace enka tete no bo se mo kan haban na bom na wano ansu hye no mo de kuntu no na mo de anasa ntoma de akata mo ho na wo mo na baba eno ideology no na papa aka bo mo de lucky vk na no pay no ye bo ho de ro de ama ana ma me asa me kan me boa esa na mo ye me sorry a me hu me mo mfie be nsia mo hu se me se wa no no oti dining table bi sa no de akata no hu nyina nti obi ha no akwa jare oh enti no na Professor Stephen Noble yebo akambo ma odi abramo ene no easy to go and I say easy use into to lucky vk ni bia uta kakale to asa waso na oba hema odi awasa na afi wapensu nyino kroje dia go ho na afi odi afa abrabo no ok meba hono na okay answer na meba ma me hono me say sickle cell no answer na beba nipa bi bonje mo no obi beye AS ne ade no bibi enam bibi so na timi basa ana se wo ho no ma na ebaye
okay inti during pregnancy that's how I'll put it, but right from the start on say sperm no any obema sperm no any obani egg no during sex share pair sperm ebe fertilize kusua no sperm no edi ne ho dada odi ne ho nenam enti sperm no se koye xy na sperm no y sorry say sperm ne ma y then you can say akola no obeye bema because oba ye xx enti de bia oba be ma x enti say sperm ne ma y y sperm na oba ne ma x na akola na ye bema say sperm no ema x chromosome na say oba no so ma x ebeye xx na akola na ye x oba right from the beginning during sex and conception fertilization sanso na during that time no say sperm no the characteristics of the genetic components ewo bema no say a hemoglobin A genotype and ewo characteristics of sperm ni mo a na ebe carry on in the formation of the baby say mamini so ne die no a na na ebe carry on, so it's determined right from conception inti ye will be bia for nkrofo a omoye AS it's called pre-implantation. Implantation say kusuani egg na omo aform no during sex no fertilize e fallopian tubes ni mo na akoda awodie ni mu ase aba awodi ahye anwemu eda awodi animu na afedie aso awodi animu na akola na start say onyin or forming nensa ni na adwen bibia air forming until before that process will happen no ewo laboratory near friend no it's a fertility lab and I say IVF lab in vitro fertilization laboratory until yebefa obema sperm no na obani ama wedro ama wenya kusua bebre kusua ne ready na yi kusua no ye the tube fa wase enye surgery ye the tube fa wase na ye kusua no nti ye kusua na ye dish ye friend petri dish na the kusua na tumo na be ma sperm na o ejaculate no na wa febi na o dia fertilize kusua no nti fertilize kusua na e form embryo Into embryo na ebe forming no. Eno na cells on day 5 no. Forming cells be create say me honam we say me yi cell kakra wo ho an say enye hwe na so mu yi na say anko deeper and mamojamba. Into you need a skilled embryologist to take a few cells. Say on pakoni is skilled that it wouldn't damage the embryo. Okay. So nothing will happen to the embryo. Into cell now omubefano. No more they are called genetic lab. Right. No more say, oh, what is the genotype of the baby? AA. And I say, which is 25%. And I say AS, it can be 50% chance. And I say SS 25%. So only per chrono ye SS and an and I say niknu ASR. Then they have a 50% chance. In just say the chance of they having a collar or AS no omo question ningna be AS is very low in some munya question be but some ASR the chance of say Christiano be SS no a 25% chance but notwithstanding make I say there are some cases questioning na spending na ningna de bia baby corona aside that no IVF no say we the 35 years and above no the efficiency no eba form inti nyama bebre wo ho so sometimes they be ebe for ban sperm egg na ya fa donor sperm AA na ya fa be man so sperm na ya fa donor egg AA inti the cambo mo na ya fra inti nia ebe na ya ba nia be picking so that's called pre-implantation genetic testing okay with IVF inti before pregnancy mempono you can tell inti embryo any sickle cell disease no na mo transfer nia was sickle cell disease no couple you be asked what do you want to do with it do you want to discard it or you want what you want us to give it to you into whatever you want no, they will do it for you but we are hoping say research be call in him say embryo no or sickle cell disease we can correct the sickle cell gene or embryo no, so that no embryo is discarded because some people no mumanya SS
na so more per kwan bebre so a mo dey fa so atesa
yes so it's a preventive strategy in say we approach UK for instance no abai no depending on where you stay no you can get as high as 3 cycles for free IVF cycles no AS couple no you can get it done for you at no cost e more insurance and so depending on where you stay and if you meet more eligibility criteria so age no akwenima omun say sika wo so because it will fail it will not work but if you meet the eligibility criteria then you get it done for free there are other things that will be to me to know akolano genotype
no
yes
ya beba eno so na yenko ye maame piece ho maame ne se oba no na ne din di sen Jessica din fie sen maame
na me wo no no kwanya minim na minim mentimpu
da
men kan dada nti suno sun so ya fraba o so nim kasa nti sune ba sun just me wo tete me ye ni bia onye ye ba na me hu adekro no nti ma me ade bia na obi ka de fa no ko hospital hade na me de ne ko fa no ko hade na me de ne ko nti la show no kwa ile besin ko wi ni ba no enso kwa mbo wande ne di amfa nkyere me madam tam no chese ma brankasa wofa ma brankasa ma metu na sister ya nkenye no kwa de ekope
wo sha wo ko hospitals ahodo be toto be sansa
hospital no ni ba no already ne central kaso central me de ne bai na me de ne bai no na wo se me fa no ko adakolebu ana wi ni ba nti o ma mi chu se wi ni ba na me de ne ko wi ni ba nti wi ni ba no me ko di be 1 week e wo ho ba na wo man moja won nso ni nya na edi no wonder yare ni de den enfa nkyere me nti ma wo chem na se me ko na no ho ya shimpo a me nsa mfa ne mbra nti anytime bia na wi ni ba na me ko nti etri no ma na nyi be free kakra no na de akofom kakra ba e ho ana aba nso no na minim ne baby poti a eye ne ya na su ne ba nti echi ne nsa ba huni nsa ne hunum na e huni no na me hu adokunta hu ya ehye na pai nti na me fi dey bi apompo nti nkaka no ma na nsa na eden ebejai na nsa ni jai wie no na jama nkasa eduru bi obekire bia na ma ato eduru bi obekire bia na ma ato ba ni nyina na chi krampo na ndi mboa me nti na nya na nyi free wie no
oba no no fi sen
sisi ana o
sisi o fi sen 18 years wa sa ebre na mo de ko hospital sha ase foforo no efie ben ne du ya uhu se sa de se
mama hu yi no mi be hia mama na mama hu
ate se nansen ye mu
mi be hia no e na mama na ni hia mi hia no na me cousin ko no so o doctor bi e wo ho nti se da me dia ye mfa no konko kire no na ye nhwe nti ye ma ye ko trace ni ko chapel nti aso na ye ko meeting ni wo e na o kire ende de ma ye mbra hospital wo nti o ma days a ye fire den emba ye ba so no kwanya me enum ni ye beto no nti ono no ma ye hu yare na enyu odo de damadi na ya abofra no
Ipa hono ma okasa ne nsa hono ye
ehone yesu mpomi
sa
minni me kan dada
mo de no so ko hospital bi
na minni ma de ko me de koy
na mo to nro
ama wofa ma bere bankasa
nti ansa na ube hu se ebibi sei na eye oba no na okasa de na eye no
ba no man nyama dwende bia mfi de bia ne yare bi keke ina bia nankasa owo no ho aha ba minnim de ma deporte na eye no ahotutu ya meeting krofo de ba minnim de mankasa so no se bi da menando
o dwene se bia obi na eye no na se ko di boni bia na
ma fa ma dwen ya mfa dem ba mfi de bia yare bi keke na bia na ha no
eke ba ye no ana se
o fa ma bremu o ampa o
ogbo mu nchire mu
ma brem fide ashasi na nkasa de we na ade ne ye ko fa ye no wi ne ba de ye ko no wosi moja na moja no kwanya me ni na bebi a na ade ne duru no you say afa moja na boba no obowo a na esu idado ofa menyu anya din kakra na esu na aba
fra
kakra na ntimi nyanko bi oka no ho aye ko ye no ono na bibi a me so nko nti e kira nsa na ye benya moja ne bi na ne group ne black group so yenya nti o ma ye brɛ mu pa nsana ye benya moja na ide
nti ne nkofo ne sabe ka se ne ya nsa nka moja no ko obewu kra de ne na
ne bobue na su ne ye de me kasa mba erade wo fa ma bro ma bra papa
fra mawe
ma bra nkasa
na munko chia mami oba hema wo asore dem ho no afiri ho no mukọ eye hospital no se na enema musiti
sisi ade nyankopɔ na dom na ehuna enka de ono na damade na eden eto no bitumi hwe na we bisam na Mr. Peace I na ohwe me sa am so minim ne nti amehwe fi say me na minim bra ma bre ba me nka nkyerɛ no abofra no me dwon me tim dem no no mehwe na no bisa na dan mehwe ne sa minim ne nti amehwe na maka da meden edi akyerɛ no nti me say na waje me ba na amamu
yo nti ya dase
waje na amamu papa
e ma otrin kwanso ma otrin kwanso so okay afi ento ayen komo no so ewi ana ye de maame asabe himfimfini ho no mo baabi ye to ayen komo no so no na ye hwe yade no yentumi yade a ye fa free abra ye nkitahodie koso a ye de befa ye funu no nanso mene wo ye firi baabi ansa na ye beduru ha na ma ye bedi nkitaho a ye funu beba mu baabi a ye firi ba no eho na yafa no te se we say no ene ye de ba aba bepem samre enti no yentumi ye ne a yennim ho hwe no a yenko hospital no edien na ye wo fie a etotototo na sisi a ebetimi ama ya adwen abo ye nka ye se okay we de ye mfa nko Dr. Mary ho na Dr.
Shini ho
bibia ni ho
me say na me nim say me AS Me arranging me like because AS no most of nkrofo omo ye AS no omo ni sickle cell symptoms ne ya oni niama nkrofo omo sickle cell yare no omo famu into unless we call hospital ekoye lab test, and I have to say it should be a credible lab because unfortunately no me patients with prayer back clinic ewo Ridge Hospital la omaka che me say oh my whole life na me ka say me AS but eto de bia na me don pemu ye me yakakra and I say ebi mpomo ni nye kokoda enye kokoda dompe ayaya kakra sometimes I won't be break kakra no kwa ebi mu so wo ho a omu ni symptom dia kopim time omu ni sen na ya ye test na ya ka chon say oh wo sickle cell yare na aye anansi so much like how me whole life
na maintain malaria so a bit me abase
it's malaria, yes. It should be a hint. At least that's one good hint. Say I was saying when checking me genotype say AS and I say AA and I say AC. Yes. But it's very important. Who call your tester? Your friend is sickling tester. It wouldn't pick up the C genotype, hemoglobin. Into a catcher say sickling negative. Into depending on the lab technician, I'll be sure. I'll bet me a catcher say you are AA. Meanwhile, you are AC. Depending on the kind of test kits I will be using, so every test be any limitations. To send your phone be your Yam phone to me, your Samsung phone to me, your iPhone to me. Every test be any limitations. Into some tests no, a bit to me afa hemoglobin ni bi. Enye ni na ebeka. Into me share maybe hospital. She was very aggrieved a year one because ansa no be worry ni kunu no ye AS into catcher ne say me pese hu genotype say ne be ya yenya kola or sickle cell disease.
Yes.
Or test or catcher say me dem ye AA but still or sign ko ye ansa no be worry e ba ye say or ye AA or ye wo credible lab but tester or ye no and share and rule it out BB your friend beta thalassemia and you say another type of abnormal hemoglobin.
Okay.
Omuko wu akolano e was sickle cell yare. Be man say akola we enye meba wako famechi. Meanwhile no kaya beginning no make say you only get sickle cell disease say obako mami anase papa no S. Be man no oye AS and oma S akola no ye S beta thal. Intin ka be man no ote sickle cell asianka obehun say akola no ye meba because S ni frame ho. Beta thalassemia no efri o ma me ne ho until ma me ne koye test that your friend HPLC, that's high performance liquid chromatography. And that test no ye NHS say our beta thalassemia hemoglobin inti ono oye A beta thal but test na okoye wo labs ni nyina no e kire say oye AA inti na ba so na e ma won wo akola oye S beta thal akola ni yare ni nsempi inti eventually no papa ne jai no and our any say on sure akola no mama ni dia kokot because she's gone through a lot. Mama ni first child, every first pregnancy, first marriage, it was cerebral palsy. Nikro ni wuye, and no worry papa we. And her second child was sickle cell. Mommy was stroke. Wow. And she's the one taking care of her first child with cerebral palsy, her child with sickle cell disease, her mother with stroke. And that's why your pictures no time now and you see us doing health screenings. You across so many places, villages, in town, and you think say Accra Hanum, no, people do not need it. People really need it. In my church, in my church there were people I went to 2 churches, okay, and there were people they had sickle cell disease, educated people, and they didn't know. And some of them were health professionals.
Wow.
And like, because I know my genotype, I'm just doing it for doing sake. And then another person will be like, oh, I know my genotype, I'm AS, but I just want to confirm. Then but I'm like, oh, do you know that you have, especially, and they all have SC genotype. SC no, I know each other anything. Though there are people with SC genotype, and that's the complexities around sickle cell disease. Into obi to me SS. SS na eno na no odin pa to say Jessica de no but SS no so wo bibi a friend hemoglobin F ema ano brass here inti edro bi wo hwa ye friend hydroxyurea nkrofo mo sickle cell no ye ma won fa to increase on hemoglobin F levels no se ne be ya onbenya ahondin SC ni nso sa ano nya dem ba ebi mo wo hwa and I have patients like that. So because you don't know how ubano the sickle cell no is going to be, say anobeding anasa anunyeding and sickle cell ankasa no a painful condition. We'll talk about the symptoms and the complications. It's a very painful condition. So it isn't but so we caution people to know their genotype and make informed reproductive decisions.
And doctor can make informed reproductive decision. Not just say, it's a sickle cell status no. We are now what to me at the Akambrabono take decisions, especially say would you sue or therefore and also be a opposite oneno etra na nkodaba mumuna na tsemo said the embassy na nkorana ma meye adeswa amfa ma metu bia